Hi, everybody. This is Heather. I have some really cool news to share with you. This week, I ran my very first 5K. It was a 5K and obstacle course combo called the Mud Crusade. I ran that on Sunday. I didn't mention it too much in the podcast or the blog because, as all my moms know out there, things always come up, stomach viruses, any number of things that can cause it to where you don't get to go do things that you planned way in advance. Well, I had paid to be a part of it in, I think it was January, and I just ran it. And you can, of course, see some of the pictures that are going on right now. But what I wanted to talk to you about is the fact that, you always hear about a bucket list. Well, this was one of those things that was on my weight loss goal list. I have always battled with my weight. There were so many things I put off doing, just everyday things. I like taking my kids down to the pool because I didn't want to be seen in a bathing suit, or, going on amusement park rides with my kids because I wouldn't fit in the seat. I mean, I had all those things that for some people, they don't even think about. But for me, fitting in a booth at a restaurant, there was a point where I couldn't do that. I couldn't even, when I was pregnant with Max, I had gotten so big, I couldn't even get my seatbelt buckled. And I actually was looking into getting a belt extender because I just couldn't get it across. And so I really value those things that I didn't, I think maybe a lot of other people don't or take for granted. And maybe it's a good thing that they get to. But for me, I really do appreciate, well, this was one of those things that I said, you know what? I've always wanted to run a race. I've always wanted to do an obstacle course. I never would have felt comfortable doing it at my starting weight. And it was one of those things I set for after I hit my goal. I wanted to do it in the first year, and I did. And I felt so great. It was so much fun. We got rained on the entire time. I was soaked. It was just, wow, it was wet. But what I want to talk to you guys about focusing on for a second is you. I want you to think about something that you've seen on TV, something that maybe you have seen other people doing, and you've thought to yourself, I would so love to do that, but I gotta, I can't do it at the weight I'm at. I need to get the weight off first. And it could be something as simple as, something I've already mentioned, or maybe you've always wanted to parachute out of an airplane or bungee jump or, go or mountain climbing. I mean, it could be anything. What is it for you? And I want you to just take a minute, and I want you to think about it. And I want you to write down on an index card 3 things that when you hit your goal weight, you are going to do. I want you to, and I don't want it to be related to clothing, or, pounds or inches. I want it to be actual things that you want to go out and conquer and say, I did this. Because there's so many things I think about over the years I didn't do, I walked away from, I just didn't give myself it because I was too big. And sometimes I was too big and it would have been a safety issue. But now I can go do those things, and I really appreciate it. When I got done with the race, I was freezing. I got changed, and I don't think it hit me until on the car ride home. I turned to my husband, I looked at him and said, I just did that. I ran the entire time, which was my personal goal, because I had been training for weeks and weeks and weeks. I had been running and running and running to practice. I ran the entire thing. I actually got to buddy up with somebody who actually runs a lot. And it was great because I just stayed focused the entire time. And I felt great when it was said and done. And I know that you guys are going to hit your goal. And when you do, I want you to have something there that you're going to work on that first year that's going to be a gift to you. Because that's what it is. It's a gift to you. It's saying you reached that goal, so now you get to do this. All right, well, I'm going to leave you with that. I hope you guys had a great weekend, and I will be seeing you soon.